Today, I send an open letter to His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. I voiced the letter because, honestly, if I wrote a letter, nobody will receive it. It won't get to the president. But he's my president, a president we love. Whatever I say so from the bottom of my heart and with utmost respect to His Excellency the President. What I say today is triggered by what happened in Kiambaa. Your Excellency, word going round is that you have dropped the ball, that you've lost it, that you are not in control. Even people close to you, some have even tweeted and said the lame duck presidency set off after the Kiambaa results were announced. I'm not very excited about by-elections. I'll talk about it. But that is a perception. And Your Excellency, you'll be aware that in politics, perception is everything. Now, Your Excellency, Kenya is a poor third world country. Unfortunately, with third world mentality. In countries where democracy is not entrenched, such as ours, it is dangerous for a country to enter a phase where people feel the leader is not in control. I've said it before. The perception that the leader is not in control is a bad thing for a country. In developed countries, including America, when the president feels their ratings are so low, they even engage in war. Remember what Clinton did. Think about attacking Libya, sometimes Sudan. It's not good for a country to go through a state with the perception that the president is not in control. It is worse, Your Excellency, that you are exiting next year. It is dangerous for a country such as ours to enter into the final phase of a presidency with the perception that nobody is in control. It is dangerous. When your father died in 1978, there was what you could call, in the circumstances, a smooth transition for various reasons. One, Njonjo had managed the constitutional argument. One side of Kikuyu land, led by Kibaki, was supporting him. Mulinge was in support. Hinga, Gethi. And the whole country was excited and happy that the excessive Kikuyu presidency was at least coming to an end. And that Moi was from a minority then. So the transfer was smooth. There were no issues. In 2013, in 2002, Moi was in control until the last day, despite mud being thrown at him in Uhuru Park. He was in control. You can imagine what would have happened to this country in 2002 if Moi had not been in control, with the people like Namkhiza Kituyu and the rest getting overexcited, wanting to grab KICC immediately, forcing the swearing in. The government was arranging to have dignitaries come for the smooth transfer of power to Kibaki and swearing. But the excitement, juvenile excitement, the swearing was hurriedly done. But remember, Moi was in control. In 2013, much as Kibaki was laid off, laid back, lame duck and everything you can call it, there was ICC hovering around. Nobody would have dared cause any problem in Kenya because 2008 was just behind us, just a few meters behind us. And the fellows who were at the ICC then. That explains the relative peace. Moreover, Your Excellency, was the Deputy Prime Minister of the country. You are the one going to take over most likely. Raila Amolo Odinga was the Prime Minister. Kalonzo Musyoka was the Vice President. So government was succeeding safe. There wasn't much tension. Today, there is the feeling that an outsider is taking over. Because Ruto, for all intents and purposes, Your Excellency, is an outsider. And there's so much tension in the country. We have to be careful how we manage this transition. Nothing would be worse in this management of the transition than the perception that you are not in control. I know you are in control. Few people know who you are. I know. I know you have a game plan. Some of us know you have a game plan. I don't talk to you. I don't work for you. But I know you have a game plan. I have a brain that can see far. But let me tell you, Your Excellency, what you intend to do, you may not get time to do it. If people continue feeling that you are not in control, there's going to be a big problem. It's a big, big problem, Your Excellency. So Kiambaa, I know, was nothing. A by-election cannot be used to say anything. But I want to ask you to imagine, Your Excellency, what would have happened if Ruto would have won Kiambaa with a landslide and won Muguga? Let me tell you, if nobody has told you, there would be a stampede from your government. Even as I speak today, there would have been a stampede. And the Ruto and this camp are waiting for situations such as the Kiambaa situation to play in their way, to go their way. And the kind of stampede you will see from your government. And these kind of things have a way of having their own momentum. That's why I'm saying you could have a game plan, but it could abort, because when a momentum kicks, and let me tell you this, Your Excellency, Kiambaa has confirmed it. Ruto is not a fool. He knows he will not win 2022. Kiambaa has confirmed it. Because people are thinking they could wish Uhuru Kenyatta away. Now they know for a fact that you will not leave Mount Kenya empty-handed. You will go with votes. And wherever you take those votes, two things will happen. The person you give those votes will certainly beat Ruto. But more importantly, minus the votes that you take away from Mount Kenya, Ruto is fish out of water. So he knows. And this is, Your Excellency, this is important. Ruto knows he will not win in a fair and fair election, in an election. So there must be things he's banking on. Don't encourage that by giving the perception that you are weak and you are not in control. You are, but that is the perception outside there. So you must do a number of things. I wish you had won Kiambaa. You needed to make that statement that you are not the kind of person they think you are. You needed to have won Kiambaa to dispel this feeling that you are not in control. Call the people in charge of Kiambaa, wapatie msomo. Secondly, Your Excellency, you must flex your muscles. Ulisema baba yako alikuwa anatoa njora, ikirudi narudi na kitu juu yake. Hairudi bure. Wewe unatoa tu yako na unarudisha. Please, sitaki utoe njora ukate mtu. But I'm telling you, Your Excellency, you must show you are in control. First, show Kenyans you care. Show Kenyans you are working for them. One of the biggest weaknesses of your government, Your Excellency, apart from not delivering in certain areas, is that you have done so much for this country. I look Kenyans in the eyes and tell them, what you have done beats what your father, Moi, and Kibaki did combined. Even the famed infrastructure, people are still talking of thicker highway done by Kibaki. How many thicker super highways have you done, Your Excellency? But you are not communicating this important information. Your people, Mount Kenya, say you have not done for them something. They must be joking. But it's because your people don't communicate it. So communicate to your people, Your Excellency. Secondly, people are suffering. Never ever from now onwards put in place any policy, including taxation, that indicates you are not aware Kenyans are suffering. In fact, Your Excellency, review some of the policies in the days remaining. Look at some of the taxation measures. You put in taxation measures to collect a mere 6 or 7 billion, and you leave Kenyans crying. You collect the 7 billion through taxes, which are the billions that are going to be screwed by people. I'm sorry to use that word, Your Excellency. Review some of these measures, because Kenyans feel you don't care. I know you do. So that's one thing. Secondly, shake a bit of your government. People are feeling, and I've said repeatedly many times, you don't seem to be in control, and your ministers don't seem to be government. They don't show evidence of being government. They don't care. They show inefficiency. Look, your minister in charge of foreign affairs, people are dying in Saudi, in the Arab world. People are saying, where is government? Where is the minister in charge of foreign affairs? Can you put a stop to this? We are tired of Kenyans coming back in coffins, being tortured, being treated like slaves in Saudi and the rest of those places. Do you have a minister in charge of foreign affairs? The answer would seem to be no. Do you have a minister in charge of agriculture? Farmers are suffering. Food security is not coming the way you said because the ministers don't seem to be coming up with the policies. Look at education. Look at what's happening in the universities now. The minister doesn't seem to be in control. We want ministers who are sensitive because this is the only way you will show you are in control. So shake up some of these ministers. Tell them to wake up or let them go away. Ship out or ship out. Recently there was an issue in the selection of set books because books are critical, Your Excellency. If you want to succeed CBC, if you want to produce Kenyans who are well educated, we need to have good books. Yet some of us and other people have raised the issue of set book selection. And the minister doesn't seem to care. He doesn't respond. A government that is dying is a government that doesn't seem to respond to what citizens are saying. You don't need to do what they are saying. Just show you have heard and you listen. There are many. Look at the police. Look at this woman who was killed recently. Where are the people in the police? Your Excellency, has talked seriously about mental health. Did we approach this Caroline Kangogo thing as people who know there's a problem of mental health? The police are traumatized. You see a body collected in all sorts of forms, a dead body, pushed into a Land Rover with the police there. These boys are traumatized. So that care I'm talking about, Your Excellency. Shake up your government. Tell your people to wake up and work for Kenyans. Those who don't, even in the remaining 1 year, get rid of them. The idea is, Your Excellency, as I rest my case today, is that you must move to show Kenyans you are in control. Because I know you are. You must move to show Kenyans you are in control. Don't bother about what people are saying, oh, Kiamba. For Ruto, he knows really. You need a lot of votes from Mount Kenya. You need turnout. The turnout was about 45%. You need 90% turnout for you to win, Ruto. You need over 80% of that vote that turns out at 90% for you to win. So for Ruto is gone. And therefore, Your Excellency, Ruto must be looking for entry points. This is what I must share with you as I wind up, Your Excellency. He's looking for entry points. How he can still achieve what he will not achieve if he goes to the wire. And you are being laid off. You are appearing not in control. I'm using the word carefully, appearing, because I know you are in control. You are showing that you are not the man on the reins. Could aid that agenda. Take charge, Your Excellency. Let people see you are in charge. Fire some people. Shake up government. Let people see government breathing. Let people see that they have a president who knows what is going on. Because you know who is in charge, because you are in charge. But perception in politics. Thank you, Your Excellency, for listening to me.